Hey guys, so we are here to give our spoiler Scream 7 review.
Yes.
So the movie came out this past Thursday, and we waited for the weekend to be over to post our review because we honestly wanted to do a spoiler review of it. So we wanted to give everyone a little time without accidentally clicking on our video and see the movie for themselves. So, as you all know, I'm a huge Scream fan. And I've made some videos. I've been on some channels talking about this film. Really been anticipating it, even.
Yeah, we even did a marathon Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before the movie came out, just to catch up on all 6 of the movies and kind of get it before we went and saw it on Friday.
So, needless to say, a lot of hype and a lot of anticipation for this film. Now, with this movie, everyone knows that it's been very Stu Macher heavy, from the trailer to the advertising, giving the impression he's a part of it somehow, if not alive. And that's where we are with this movie. Is Sydney's living in a different town. She owns her own coffee shop. She has 3 kids. So it does address what everyone was saying from the 5th one. It's like, well, she had 2 little ones. How are they grown up all of a sudden? They're not. She had a 3rd kid, an eldest, that we never knew about, or, was never alluded to. And she is turning 17, which is the same age Sydney was when everything began for her. So that's where we are with Sydney. It all starts with Stu's house being burned down. Now, what did you feel about the opening act of it?
I mean, as far as the opening, they had it like it was an Airbnb, kind of like what Stu's house is right now. Yeah. Which, of course, I'm like, I want to go to the Airbnb, but it was more like a museum Airbnb. And obviously, Ghostface is there, kills the people, and then burns the house down. My question was why? Why? Why was he burning the house down?
We'll get to the plot hole with that, to me, as well. But as far as an opening act, everyone knows that if you've seen the channel, that I didn't really think that was going to be the opening act from the trailer, and I was wrong. It was.
Yep.
I thought it was pretty good.
He even said during the movie, "Oh, so we're doing this now." Yeah. Yeah. I was like, "Yep."
So, yeah, it's better than the opening of 4. I'll say that. Yeah. Now the 2 kills were graphic. I'll say that.
They were very graphic.
Very graphic. I liked that.
They were good. The kills were good.
When he stuck the knife in and twisted and bulged his eye out, it was
that was awesome.
I enjoyed that. But until you get to the problem we have, the opening of burning Stu's house, I was like, oh, here's the motive that we're really doing this, and I was really happy. And then we get to Sydney, and the longer I've sat with this movie, the more I appreciate one aspect of it. You know how in most films, it's always the teenager being a douche to the parent, and the parent trying to understand the teenager.
Yeah, yeah.
This one is the teenager is trying to understand her mother. Because her mother doesn't want to open up about her past.
Yeah, yeah.
She's seen all the stab films, but she wants her version. And Sydney does not want to open up. So I like that twist that her daughter Tatum is not douchey, doesn't act like a typical teenager, just really wants to get to know her mother. Yeah. And her mother being distant was a good twist on that. So that I thought was good. You get to something that is revealed. Not even, I wouldn't even say close to the end of the 2nd act.
Yeah, no. It happened pretty quickly.
That, lo and behold, it's Stu.
FaceTimes Sydney.
Yep. And it's really Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
And Stu, and it's believable.
Yeah.
Everything
his face is messed up. He's, acts like a crazy person. Yeah, so.
And it's not out of the realm. I mean, in the sixth one, they revealed the Ghostface in its opening. So doing something new here, I bought it.
Yeah.
And I, for the most part, enjoyed that. But then we get into what Scream 7 is, and every Scream touches on its time. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the time of AI.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, this is all spoilers. Everything is AI being used against Sydney and everybody else. And to me, I wish they had skipped this because it takes away from the franchise because you only get 3 Ghostface phone calls, 2 of which are short.
Yeah.
And to me, that was a huge missing piece to this.
Like, I understand you're trying to use the FaceTime and the times of today, everybody FaceTimes each other, so why couldn't Ghostface FaceTime?
Right.
And it would have still alluded to the mystery. I mean, putting Matthew Lillard on there was fine, but we were missing that aspect of the Ghostface phone calls.
Right.
They were using Matthew Lillard instead, and it didn't give the same effect.
No. It would give the same effect for Sydney, I suppose, because she's put in a face she never thought she'd see again.
Yeah.
But as an audience member, not really.
Yeah.
And every time Stu pops up, like, yes, Matthew Lillard is great as Stu, and he does deliver it. But you can also tell this was shot probably in a day.
Yeah.
Yes. As far as the kills go, I enjoyed pretty much every kill.
Yeah. They had some good ones. My favorite kill. You know what I'm saying? They're at a bar, and one of the kids gets killed by Ghostface, and he lifts him up, picks him up, and puts him on the bar tap. And then the beer starts coming out of his mouth. I don't know why. I loved that kill.
That was definitely reminiscent of Halloween, the first one where he puts the knife in him and just looks at him.
Yeah.
That was that scene for this movie. That was, obviously, that was the best kill.
That was great.
But then you had other good ones, like I told you, the eyeball thing. What was her name from Ice Nine Kills? Mackenzie?
McKenna Grace.
McKenna Grace. Her death scene, I thought once it was done, that last slash and her guts fall out.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then, so the kills are good. They're gory. They're kind of unexpected the way they end. That's all great. But then we have this new cast of characters in there. None of them were actually annoying, stupid, anything like that.
No.
They just didn't have a lot to do.
No, they didn't.
It
was like hide here, hide there, hang out here, hang out there, let me make some pizza. Like, it wasn't...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there was no... I don't know, the depth of the characters didn't really hit home for me. So when they were killed, I was like,
okay.
Oops. Oh, no. Oops.
Yeah.
But... your legacy characters that were in there, when they were getting chased or they were getting, I was like, oh no, it's because we have a bond with them where these characters didn't have a lot of depth.
No, not at all. But you had the same suspicious tropes, like, is it Tatum's boyfriend? Is it
the weird kid?
Is it the popular girl?
Yeah.
Those types of things, but no one really acted suspicious.
No.
They just found themselves in suspicious situations. Yeah. But I didn't hate anybody in this new cast.
No.
But okay, so how you introduced Gale was kind of comical.
Yeah.
Because Ghostface attacks Sydney's house. And Joe McHale playing Mark, I absolutely love it. I didn't think I would. Because I really wanted Patrick Dempsey back for this. But I really enjoyed him as Sydney's husband. And he beats the out of Ghostface on the front lawn.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that scene.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Gale comes in with a news van and runs over Ghostface.
Yeah.
So we know there's more than one because one of them's dead.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy Randy's niece and nephew being the backup to Gail.
I felt that they were backup and the babysitters.
Backup and babysitters.
Backup and babysitters. Like, that's all they were. And I really thought that they needed to have a larger role. Because they are...
But I think her name is Mindy. She's there to give you the rules of this one. Which, are there rules at this point? We're going so far into a franchise. What are the actual rules this far ahead now?
Nostalgia.
Yeah. So everything's nostalgia now, which, to be honest with you, I thought that was part 5.
Yeah.
But apparently it wasn't.
There was a lot of nostalgia for this movie, though. There were things that went back all the way to the first movie, and it was like, if you're a real, true, diehard Scream fan, you would pick up on the little subtleties that were introduced.
But it felt like at the end of the day they were trying to remake the first one. You know, you have the killer at the school, you have the same Scream font in the beginning, you what was the other one? Oh, the town has a curfew. Like, it's really retreading a lot of the boyfriend coming through the window.
Yeah, the boyfriend coming through the window, yep.
Same song, same dialogue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it felt like they were just trying to remake the first one. But, the longer I sit with this movie, the more it bothers me.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that it leads into that was good. But then in other areas, it just dropped the ball in such a miserable way.
The end payoff was disappointing. Very disappointing.
But it was kind of easy to call who at least one of the Ghostface was.
Yeah.
Because it gets to the point where everyone is just killed off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, who's left of who we've been introduced to? That's your killer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least in the original Scream, by the time it gets to the reveal, you have 4 or 5 characters still alive to pick from. This one, you've narrowed it down to 2.
Yeah.
But to the nephews, like, I don't understand why Chad was there.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't help anybody. He didn't give advice for the multiple times he's been stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just picked off and thrown away so easy.
They were. To
be experts. I did enjoy with Gail, though, explaining that she can't fight like she used to anymore. She's got too much nerve damage.
Yeah.
She can't be out there in the field like she used to be. But she's still trying to help.
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie, at least for Gail and Sydney, was their bonding moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we've never seen just them two together.
Yeah.
Without Dewey or something. So that was good. Even at the end where they admit, or Sydney admits, you know, I do trust you.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was very good.
But let's get to that third act.
Okay.
I hate these 2 killers. It's not Stu.
Nope.
In the end, it's Ethan Embry, who was, I guess, the CNA of the mental facility they visit, and the next door neighbor, the mother of one of the kids that was killed.
Yep.
And you know, they did that just to show you that she's psychotic and cruel, but it didn't come across that way.
No.
It's like, oh, you're stupid.
Yeah, I was like, you let your son be killed.
And it wasn't it wasn't like her son was a nuisance. He wasn't an idiot. He wasn't any of those things. He was useful.
He was he was useful. He was very well versed in stab. He was really into like films and he was a good kid.
You know, he wasn't an F-up. I could understand if he was.
Yeah.
But no. And she couldn't even give a good argument to it.
Yeah. He even would call Sydney, he slipped and said Miss Prescott, but he would call the adults by their last name and have respect. I don't understand that point of it.
But so when Sydney is going through the house, there is a AI video playing, and that's where you get all your cameos from everybody that came before and is dead. sounds good on paper, but when it's executed, Matthew Lillard, Stu, should be the only one you show in current age.
Yeah,
We're
in their
supposed to believe
50s.
he's alive.
Yeah.
Why they showed everyone else as they are now? Like,
Yeah.
what's her name? Lauren, Billy's mom from Scream 2. She was no. She does not look like she did in 97.
Yeah.
She looks like she's in her 60s, which she is. Why? Why did Roman look the best of them, but he was 30 in the third one?
Yeah.
It's 50.
And he looks 50. They should have de-aged
Dewey.
him a little bit.
Dewey looks like he created emo.
Yeah.
Like, why did we do that?
Yeah.
That took me out of it. It wasn't believable at that
Mhm.
point. And then the whole thing of Stu saying, well, it's not really me, so come see who I really am. And then Ethan Embry's character turns around and is like,
he's like, come on out, Stu.
I'm like,
And we're like, but Stu he just said, I don't know.
I understand what they were going for, but at the
Yeah.
time it's still like, are we being tricked again?
Yeah.
But Ethan's character is just completely done away with within like 5 minutes. And you know what? That's what I really hate, is that, remember Mickey in the fifth one? He was such the good guy,
Mhm.
but as soon as it was revealed how cruel in nature he was, we didn't get that
Yeah.
from Ethan's character. When the mask was off, he was still like, hey guys.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
There should have been a switch. Like, she went full psychotic when her mask was off. He's just like, I'm here.
Yeah.
But to all that, what was the motive? Well,
The motive.
she was a sycophant of Sydney's.
Yep.
She gives Sydney all this credit for saving her life through her story and her books, and then she just disappeared. And
Yeah, got her out of her abusive marriage
Yeah.
and everything, and gave her all that, and then what? And then Sydney disappeared.
And she felt abandoned, went to New York. Sydney didn't show, and that enraged her. So she wanted to get Sydney back in the game.
So she moved next door, lived there for years with her.
Years.
And then just decides today, okay, time.
And if this sounds familiar, this is kind of the same thing that happens, and I still know what you did last summer.
Yes.
Like, at any point, and you still you bought a house. Like, you didn't have to do it.
Yeah. And then Ethan Embry just fell in love with her.
Fell in love with her because she
Basically.
committed herself to the psychiatric ward.
Yeah.
Fell in love, and we don't ever get his side of why he does anything.
And then the random guy from the psychiatric, the other killer.
We're supposed to write off that he was really mentally unstable.
Yeah, and he just was like, "Oh, let's do this."
Yeah.
Like,
So, I say what I say about the sixth one, but at least with those three killers, they had a good motive and they were a good team.
yeah,
These three,
yeah,
no. There was no need in this. And I like the fight between her and Sydney, and I like how she's taken out with both of them shooting her head off.
yeah.
But I brought this up to you right after. How many times did we hear shoot him in the head in this movie?
It was constantly shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head. Like, okay, I think we know. I understand. Like, Sydney's daughter was very sheltered from violence, from her mother's life, what her mom went through, all of that. So she didn't know how to shoot a gun. She didn't know what to do. So, yes, Sydney coaching her on the phone because she couldn't get to her fast enough to make sure to shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head would have been fine. That one scene of her repeating it to her, like, to try to get her to do it would be great. But it just kept going on. Like, every time there was a gun, it was like, shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head. Like, we were saying, it would have been good if she did that one scene, and then at the very end, the daughter was like, see, shoot him in the head, or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Mom, I got you. Like, I understood.
But when it's the adults talking to each other, like,
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah.
Gail still saying this crap? Why are they sitting in a bar saying you gotta shoot him in the head?
Yeah.
You guys live in a universe where there's stab movies that have probably said that too, over
Yeah.
and over and over.
Yeah.
You should know.
Shoot him in the head.
This isn't The Walking Dead.
But
So,
even still, I think anybody living in today's times, if there was a zombie apocalypse, what would you do to a zombie? Shoot him in the head.
we all have to be reminded of it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why.
I wasn't a big fan of that either. But the final fight scene was really good.
Yeah.
We did discuss, though, that we wish it would have been Ethan Embry.
He would have been the final fight.
I would have rather him the final fight because there was a little bit more attachment to him. Like, you didn't see the next door neighbor that much
I mean,
in the movie, and
she
I think
could've-
that would have been a better. Plus, I'm a huge Ethan Embry
she
fan.
could
So.
have killed him. I mean, Sydney could have killed her, and that could have flipped him out into a rage.
Yeah,
And had that last exchange.
yeah,
But no, we're just gonna immediately get it down to one.
yeah. And then just an all-out girl-on-girl brawl.
Yeah. Now, touching back on Joe McHale, every one of these movies has someone that is stabbed multiple times and somehow lives. I am glad they picked Joe McHale.
Yeah, yeah.
He does, if you know his work in horror, he does not make it.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
And I just wrote it off like, yeah, he's gonna die. He's like Sean Bean of horror right now. No, he was alive, and he was useful. He still broke his daughter out after being stabbed so many times. So I'm glad they picked him, and I'm glad if they do another one, he can come back as well. But overall, I hate to say how disappointed I was in this film. I had so much faith. It was such a letdown. And maybe that's why I'm taking it a little harder.
Yeah.
It was such a letdown
Because
with
of
Nev
the
Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my worst movie.
I don't think it's the worst.
I don't think it's the worst.
But it's down in the least.
Yeah.
Like, really down there.
Yeah.
I still think Scream 6 is at the bottom for me, but this would be right above it. And then Scream 3. But, I mean, this thing better make people appreciate Scream 3 a little bit more. And also, let's have a little bit more respect for Roman.
Single killer did it all on his own.
And had a good motive.
Yes. Yes.
So, that's our thoughts. I mean, if we were to rank it 10 out of 10.
I'd give it a 6. I'd give it a 6. You might be a little bit lower. But
I took it
I'd
hard.
say 6 out of 10 for me.
I'd say 5 out of 10.
I liked the nostalgia that was in it, and that's what gave me that little bit of edge. There was a lot of hidden nostalgia and the hidden just hidden things that a true Scream, franchise fan would see, and I really appreciated that.
If it just fell apart in that third act, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's what killed it for me. But sorry for the delay, but that's our honest review of Scream 7. Tell us in the comments what you think of it.
Yep.
Looks like there's a Scream 8 that's possibly already been greenlit, so let's see how that goes.
See how it goes.
But until next time, remember, like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000.
Yeah, come on, please get us there. Please, please.
But until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.